So talk a little bit about how God put it on your heart to come on this Haiti trip.
Yeah. Well, I got to go before with you and Anthony to a different Haiti trip, and so I got to see what that was like and how it was such a blessing. And then, so yeah, it was just a natural fit with working with Overcomers TV, which I always love working with you and with Anthony, and this, it just like came up. And also, even before like all the trips, God had told me the verse for Anthony. This was even before we got married. Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God. Actually, the Lord told me, like, tell that to Anthony. And so I was like, okay, well, definitely, like, we're going, you know, together. So, yeah, glad to be here.
That's good. Talk about your role and your involvement with the ministry.
Yeah, so as far as with the kids, I feel the main thing that God like told me to do yesterday when I had free time with them was just to like entertain them. So I just did multiple things that I could think of to entertain them. I sang to them, I danced for them. I mean, they were all like lined up in front of these like bars. It kind of looked like they were like in prison or something, but actually I was inside and they were lined up at the bars just watching me to like their rapt attention. So I'm like, I felt I should entertain them. I drew for them, like I drew pictures of them and I'd show it to them. Because most of them don't like speak the same language, so it was like anything besides like preaching to them. So just kind of helping out as needed. And then of course with Overcomers, helping with switching and monitoring audio and kind of a production assistant role, just helping us set up the lighting and the sound and just supporting Anthony as well and you and as I can, supporting Chuck as I can. So yeah.
Very cool. So how would you describe the vision or the mission or the heartbeat of Mount Sinai Ministries?
I would say Mount Sinai Ministries is based in a place that is very forgotten by a lot of people, definitely in America, but even in Haiti. Like Pastor St. Victor was saying, the people in the city even think of Bayonne as like the redneck place, and they, you know, there's not law enforcement here, there's not a medical clinic, there's not really help or anything like that. The government doesn't even really count who's here. So I feel like part of it is just that God has not forgotten these people. You know, it says that the word says that God even knows the numbers of hairs on our head and, you know, every thought and everything. And so just ministering to these people, showing them that God cares for them, and then out of that, caring for their physical needs, feeding children, especially orphans and widows, and then other neighbor children that don't have much either. So feeding them, helping them with schooling, helping them know the love of God and the truth of the Lord, and also the church here, helping people come out of voodoo and into the gospel of Jesus. So it's just helping these people that would otherwise be forgotten to be cared for and to have everything that they need provided for them.
Very good. That's awesome. Talk about the church experience yesterday.
Yeah, it was really nice being in there. And even though I didn't know what they were saying most of the time, God still spoke to me during the worship time, and I still got touched, you know. So this Holy Spirit and the presence of God transcends all language, and it was a blessing to be in there. And I really loved seeing how they worshiped, especially Emmanuel just worshiped so passionately. And like he'd said, his view of worship leading is he knows it's not really about the people, it's just for God, and you could really see him just worshiping from his heart. And that's, you know, also like, it doesn't have to be translated. And the people that were just like so into it, even seeing little kids, I thought it was great seeing kids in there. My husband and I do kids worship, and we write kids worship music, and we lead worship for kids. So that was special for us to see kids just like really involved and clapping and stuff. We really think that kids should be involved in the adult worship as well as having songs of their own when possible. So that was cool to see. And I could see how Pastor St. Victor is very invested in his congregation. This is the flock that he leads, and he really does shepherd them in every way. I mean, at the church, and then as well for all their physical needs that he can help with. So it was a great experience.
Bingo. Talk about the water balloon fight.
The water balloon fight was really fun. I was glad that I got to help my Rooney a little bit with filling the big gun that she shot with from up high onto the kids. And it was neat to see the powdered color. It just was like a very like wondrous scene to see all of that bursting around, all the colors bursting, and it was fun to see the kids have such big smiles. It's so precious, their smiles, and they're so humble and easy to please, and they're so grateful. Like, even if all we did was say, you know, just, how about run around? Like, they'd probably be like, okay. Like, they're so happy with anything. They don't fight over things or think they should have more. Like, there's not that entitlement sense here that we see in the U.S. so often with children. And so it was especially fun to do something for them where they don't even expect anything, but then to do all that, they're like, wow, you know, just kind of blow their mind a little bit in a good way. So that was special.
Very good. Cotton candy machine.
Yeah, that was something very amazing for them. I think they were like, what is this, you know? Something very special that they wouldn't otherwise see, and I think they enjoyed eating it. Obviously, it's very humid here, so it went like down pretty quickly. So you have to like slurp it right up, but that's fine. They enjoyed like eating it quickly, and I think it was fun for them even to watch the process. I think especially those who are interested in like how things are made or like kind of a scientific mindset enjoyed just watching it kind of puff up in that process. So I think that was special that they got to not only eat it like we do in America if you go to, you know, carnival or something, but you don't always like see it getting made. So that was cool that they got that aspect. And then just a fun treat for them. They just basically have the bare minimum food, and the orphanage does really well at feeding them healthy food, lots of plantains and, you know, veggies and chicken and things like that. But it's nice for them to also have a special treat sometimes.
So talk about as a couple, as a mission trip, you know, we're doing video, but it's a mission trip. The amenities, this place has room for growth.
Right. Definitely if you're looking for a 5-star resort vacation, this is not for you unless you want to grow, which is great. So it would be really great for Christians to get involved and help build this ministry up, because initially there was basically nothing here, and Pastor St. Victor built up so much. There's already these buildings here, and all these kids are getting fed and cared for and have a safe place. But it would be great to see it built up more, you know, for them to be able to have air conditioning and a lot of the other amenities. That would be nice. I know that they need new computers and a computer lab that is cordoned off, is that the right word? That is partitioned off from the humidity. And it would be great for them to have different temperatures of water and just so many different things. So if you would want to give them the type of experience that you would want to be able to give your own kids, or any kids in America basically, then it would be great to give. And if you can give and then someday even come, then you can come experience the fruits of your gifts, which would be really cool too.
Very good. Awesome. Is there anything else the Lord put on your heart to share with you today?
I would like to honor Fabienne for doing my hair today and my brows. And she would love to become a cosmetologist one day. So if you like her budding work, then you can also give to Mount Sinai Ministries BNA to help support her future dream of going to a trade school for beauty school. And there's many other kids here who have dreams and goals, and you can give to this ministry to help support them becoming all they were created to be and live up to their full potential, because God has a dream and a plan for every person, and not just the people in America, but everyone everywhere. So if you have any amount to give or just to pray and intercede for the people here, then you could help see them live up to their full potential, and that Christ through them could shine through their talents and their life to minister to others as well.
Celebrate what Jesus is doing throughout the nation and rise up to answer His call on your life. To serve the poor, heal the broken, free the captives, and bring joy to those in need. Find hope, encouragement, and motivation through Overcomers TV. This inspiring network features everyday people and ministries across America who are putting God's love in action. Tune in to Overcomers TV on your favorite app or streaming platform. It's time to overcome.